The Nigerian Senate has on Monday expressed worry over deliberate attempts to twist happens during plenary in order to discredit it. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, raised the alarm in reaction to a viral online which surfaced last week where lawmakers were debating a motion on the need to stop a planned increase in electricity tariff. In the said video, Akpabio and some lawmakers were seen laughing while adopting an additional prayer to the motion which sought to let the poor breathe. However, during Monday's special plenary for the screening of ministerial nominees, the Senate President insisted that federal lawmakers feel the pains of suffering Nigerians and would love to do more for them. Akpabio further appealed to the press and the general public not to misquote the Senate in the way and manners it conducts proceedings.
We believe strongly that we must continue to identify with our constituents that sent us here. But we must also advise the press that when we discuss issues like this, they should know that we are part and parcel of the society. We should not be misquoted. Because I recall the last time that the Senate got very concerned and worried about the issue of impending fuel electricity tariff hike. There was a proposal to increase the cost of electricity. And so there was a motion here on the floor that we should advise that the tariff should be suspended. And then one of our colleagues in his own contribution also amended one of the prayers to say that yes, the suspension will be in order because it's important to allow the poor people to breathe. And then we said yes. As a presiding officer, the overwhelming majority of the senators cannot say poor people should breathe. Then I will say they should not breathe. And then somebody misinterpreted us. Oh, that they were mocking the poor. We come from communities that have a lot of high rate of poverty. And we are inundated daily by requests from all sectors, from the youth, from the elders and all that, to see what we can do. Even our earnings here cannot take care of the kind of requests that we get. So if the Senate President had ruled that the poor should not be allowed to breathe, I think that would be a record for the next 10 years discussion on television channels everywhere, that the Senate says poor should not breathe. The Senate says stop the tariff, suspend it, and give a breathing space to the poor people in the society. And then some people misinterpreted. They say, oh, the Senate is mocking the poor.
He made these remarks during a debate on a motion on the urgent need to avert the intending strike of the Nigerian Labour Congress, sponsored by Senator representing Kano South, Kawu Abdurrahman.
The Labour movement, in a statement signed by its national president, accused the federal government of failing to meet up with the demand it presented to it following the removal of the subsidy on petrol, which caused an astronomical rise in the pump price of the commodity. Disturbs that the strike will cripple the country as movement will be severely curtailed as commercial transport operators will withdraw their services, while market, schools, and healthcare service facility will be forced to shut down.
Meanwhile, Senate has commenced the screening of ministerial nominees forwarded to it by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So far, the Senate has screened Abubakar Momo of Edo State, former governor of Rivers State, Wike, and engineer Joseph from Benue State, as well as acting chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Abubakar Yari, among others.
Passion for the job. There are so many people who want to be minister, who want to be governor, for the sake that I was a governor, for the sake that I was a minister. But there are those who say, look, what do I want to offer? Am I committed to this job? And I thank Mr. President for nominating me. I believe, knowing how hungry Mr. President is to solving the problems of Nigeria, we have no choice but to give him that required support. And I can assure you, if I'm confirmed, whatever capacity, Mr. President will not regret nominating me. Thank you, and God bless you.
I remain Mpigi Barinada. Mr. President, I stand here on behalf of the 3 senators from Rivers State that the man standing before you is our best from Rivers State. We are here, let me not just over-exaggerate, but I want to say he's our role model. I want to say all what he has said and what he has enumerated in his CV, and some he has not put it in. The 3 senators from Rivers State and over 5 million Rivers people back at home, we are saying we are in total conformity with our leader. And I want all my distinguished colleagues to just ask our leader to take a bow, if possible, and go. Thank you, Mr. President.
Distinguished senators, I am very, very honored to appear before you for the screening as a ministerial nominee. My name, Engineer Professor Joseph Telumun Utsev. I was born into the family of Utsevaka from Buruku local government area of Benue State in 1982. In 1980, I went to St. John's Primary School, Boko. I also furthered my education at Sekwa Comprehensive Secondary School at Dipo. I got where I came out with senior certificates in certificate.
The Senate is scheduled to screen 16 of the 28 ministerial nominees before the end of Monday. The process continues on Tuesday.